people are going to be confused by this, right? And again, I want to make it very clear. We reached out to Lululemon several times. Yep. But, I mean, it's not just petty theft, right? Because if it was one shirt, one pair of shorts, even though it's Lululemon, we're talking about armfuls of shirts. And those shirts are probably $100, $80 each, along with the pants that are $100 more. So we're talking about thousands of dollars worth of merchandise. And they're just supposed to just let it happen?
Yeah, Lululemon, those clothes are not cheap. These employees say that they were let go because they violated a company policy. And the company, they actually sent us a letter. Rachel Rogers, one of the women in the story, sent us a letter saying they violated policy, but not specifying which policy they actually violated. It is a lot confusing to a lot of people. That attorney we spoke to for the Retail Trade Organization says that some companies do have this policy to not even call the police, to just be completely passive for employees' own safety when it comes to shoplifting.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. And it seems that apparently wanting to call the cops on people robbing your store is now a bad thing and you can get arrested. Yeah, you heard me right. As you can see from that video that I put in there, it doesn't seem like you can really call the cops on people anymore. Because, you know, it's a problem, and again, it just causes more issues than needed. So, two ladies seem to have been fired after calling the police on these individuals, and we want to think this is a normal. This is part of society where you think it's okay to call cops on people that are committing crimes. And of course, they have been arrested for robberies and other stuff and are detained in jail currently. So far, society is really crumbling, and we need to fix our society as soon as possible so people like this can't seem to be suffering. Right, without further ado, here's the video. Take a look.
Seriously, get out.
Two Georgia women say they were fired from their jobs at Lululemon after calling police to report this robbery, which one of them caught on camera.
No, you can.
Jennifer Ferguson and Rachel Rogers describing to NBC affiliate 11 Alive Atlanta the horrifying moments the merchandise at the Peachtree Corner store was stolen.
They swiped until they couldn't hold any more product and ran out the door.
We didn't really feel very protected or know what else to do.
The women say they were fired from their jobs after they decided to call the police about the shoplifting, something they say they were told is against company policy. So what are they supposed to do instead?
You kind of clear a path for whatever they're going to do, and then after it's over, you scan a QR code.
Rogers, who says she's worked at the company for 5 years, claims that the store has been dealing with thefts for months, recalling another incident.
Someone sent me a picture of the front entrance table, and I was like, oh my gosh, we just sold all the product, good job. And they were like, no, someone just came in and stole everything.
But this was the first time she knows of someone at the store calling police, which local authorities confirm. The Fayette County Sheriff's Office says 3 men have been charged with theft by shoplifting and theft by receiving stolen property from that incident, and they're currently in the Fayette County Jail. Videos of brazen shoplifting have gone viral from stores across the country, and it's common practice for retailers to tell their employees not to intervene.
80% of retailers are experiencing violent incidents. One is to tell folks you should not be interfering or apprehending folks if you do not have the training.
And while a punishment after calling the police for shoplifting might be head-scratching to some, retail trade organizations say it might be more common than you think because some stores have relationships with law enforcement and don't want to waste resources on petty crime.
They don't want to waste their time on what may be an entry-level shoplifting issue when they could be doing something else, because then they're not necessarily going to be as quick to respond the next time when they do need someone there.
Ferguson and Rogers say their actions led to their termination for vague reasoning.
They have a no tolerance policy.
They said because they have a zero tolerance policy.
We tried calling the store and reaching out to Lululemon's corporate offices and did not hear back. Both women now adjusting to their new lives after the April incident.
That was my sole income, so I did have to file for unemployment and use all of my savings to pay for my car payment.
It put us in a bit of a bind. My husband is self-employed, so we're trying to figure out insurance.
All right, Stephen Romo joins us now in studio. Stephen, a lot of people are going to be confused by this, right? And again, I want to make it very clear. We reached out to Lululemon several times.
Yep.
But, I mean, it's not just petty theft, right? Because if it was one shirt, one pair of shorts, even though it's Lululemon, we're talking about armfuls of shirts. And those shirts are probably $100, $80 each, along with the pants that are $100 more. So we're talking about thousands of dollars worth of merchandise. And they're just supposed to just let it happen?
Yeah, Lululemon, those clothes are not cheap. These employees say that they were let go because they violated a company policy. And the company, they actually sent us a letter. Rachel Rogers, one of the women in the story, sent us a letter saying they violated policy, but not specifying which policy they actually violated. It is a lot confusing to a lot of people. That attorney we spoke to for the retail trade organization says that some companies do have this policy to not even call the police, to just be completely passive for employees' own safety when it comes to shoplifting. Of course, not all companies agree with that. Some of them do want the police called in each situation. It leaves a lot of gray area, a lot of confusion.
And why would the crooks stop stealing if they know that nothing's going to happen?
Good question.
Anyways. Okay.
Yeah, so everything that these people are doing is to completely dismantle and ruin society. So, guys, I guess if you are working at your jobs, you are not allowed to, I guess you could say, call the cops on people. And I want to ask myself why, besides the what you would call the store policies, because if you try to intervene, they'll get shot. Well, here's the thing here. If you do nothing, your store loses value, and then wouldn't you get fired anyways for not doing anything? Or what if you're getting attacked and you still defend yourself and you still get fired for this? I don't see how there's like any way of good benefit here at all to where this is a policy that should be allowed. But I guess that's a policy. If idiot stores just want to lose money and thousands of dollars, so be it. They get to do their own destruction. And I guess the store has to find new people to replace them, which kind of sucks, considering the fact after people get wind of this story and understand that this store or this company fires you because, you know, you can't call the cops on people or robbing the place, then why would anybody want to go there? Because you have to think, is my life really protected? Do I really have to risk everything to go to the store and when the people are robbing us? Like, you just gotta sit there, sit back, sip some tea. They'll probably pay you bonus for sipping tea and not do anything. I think our country is definitely in the downfall, and when we can start not punishing people for robbing your own stuff, and you think it's okay to fire the people that were actually trying to benefit your store, then I think we're at a massive problem to where things are really falling apart and it's not going good. And I don't know what we can do. We have to find a way to try to solve this and fix these issues. And I think the only other ways is to have more severe laws, or more severe not severe issues, but more consequences, more severe consequences onto people that are doing this. Because it seems to be a constant thing that is happening across the country, mostly in liberal states. I don't really see too much of this happening in Republican states. Granted, though, there are some of the more gruesome things I think are happening in Republican states, which I sometimes think is a psyop at some point, because it's kind of weird that it's happening in just those places that happens to be the gun rights ones. So I'm kind of questioning there. But regardless, we need to fix this. Our country is going down decay, and I don't know where we can start to where we could possibly fix this. But discussions in the comments. Where do we begin to stop this? What roles can we put into place? And of course, maybe really removing some Democratic people from power might actually solve a lot of issues. But that's it for the video, guys. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care.